So now it is on. Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
So what is it? What is the today's topic?
పెళ్లి, మ్యారేజ్.
Marriage.
ఒకప్పుడు పెళ్లి అంటే కనుక ఒక 12 ఏళ్ళు 13 ఏళ్ల వయసులోనే జరిగేది.
అవును.
30 అరౌండ్ 1930s లేకపోతే మన తాతల కాలం నాటినప్పుడు. తర్వాత ఓవర్ ద టైం ఏంటంటే ఒక గవర్నమెంట్ 18 ఏళ్ళు పెట్టడం వల్ల అలా నెమ్మదిగా 18, 21 ఆ వయసు వచ్చేటప్పటికి జరిగింది. అది న్యాచురల్ గా జరిగిపోయేది. ఇప్పుడు ప్రెసెంట్ ట్రెండ్ లో 30 దాటినా కూడాను అమ్మాయిలకు గాని అబ్బాయిలకు గాని పెళ్లి అనేది జరగట్లేదు. ప్లస్ వాళ్ళు కూడా పెళ్లి చేసుకోవడానికి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపించట్లేదు. సో క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే పెళ్లి అనేది నిజంగా అవసరమా? పెళ్లి లేకుండా బతకచ్చా? ఓకే. లేదంటే గనక మన ఈ కంట్రీలో చూసుకుంటే పెళ్లి కాకుండా ఓన్లీ లివింగ్ టుగెదర్ అన్న కాన్సెప్ట్ తోటి బతకచ్చా? అక్కడ క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే పెళ్లి లేకుండా బతకచ్చా అనేది మెయిన్ క్వశ్చన్. సో లెట్స్ సే పెళ్లి అవసరం లేదు, కంపానియన్షిప్ కావాలంటే గనక లివింగ్ టుగెదర్ అనేది, లివింగ్ టుగెదర్ కి పెళ్లికి ఏంటి అడ్వాంటేజ్? డిఫరెన్స్.
So the first question is, what is the primary purpose of marriage? Shall we go for the marriage or not?
Yes.
Yeah. So
పెళ్లి లేకుండా జీవితం గడపచ్చు.
Yeah. Shall we go for it or not? Or without marriage, can we able to have the normal life?
Yes.
The second question is, what is the difference between the marriage and living together?
Of course, the
method.
Legal point of view lo understandable.
Yeah.
Emotional lo philosophical point of view lo ఏంటి అనేది క్వశ్చన్.
Yeah. To the first question, without marriage, we can go for it. We can have a normal, healthy life. Marriage is a label. So if you look at the marriage institution, what it gives, it gives some kind of security for girls. For boys, it gives a sexual pleasure, pleasure of companionship.
Guaranteed sex.
Yeah. So, and also you have kind of a companionship as also, and also you can share the stuff. You can share your life stuff or whatever it is. So under one system called marriage. So if you are taking Indian perspective, even now people are going for these kind of benefits to the marriage institution. So if you are having these kind of things outside of marriage umbrella, then I don't think marriage is necessary at the age of what you are talking about it. To the second question, living together as a method, marriage as a method, what is the difference? I mean, basically they are same. It's only the legal system probably more secure for the marriage method for the girls and for the boys. I mean, for example, if you marry a girl, then you want to separate, then from that girl you have to go to a divorce. And that's a legal procedure. If you are living with a girl in the same scenario, if you want to separate, you just separate without going through this legal procedure. I think, and also here is the catch. The thing is that living together is like a free market. There is no responsibility as per se. As long as you like that girl, or as long as the girl likes you, it works. If you have any kind of difficulties or any problems, or you think that this girl is not good for you, or any kind of this kind of second thinking, I think living together it becomes like a very brittle method, because you can easily break. Point is that all these things are based on the emotions. So emotions can go up and rise. They are very oscillating. One day to another day, 1 month to another month. So when you are going to these oscillations, you may in a free market like living together, then you don't have anything to hook you. So then you can easily come to a conclusion that I cannot be with this girl. So then the bond will be broken and you will be separated easily. But to the marriage, it's kind of a responsibility. You should you think at least twice before going to any conclusion. You don't think anything in living together. That is I think that's a fundamental difference. Because of that, you have a much more free choice in living togetherness than the marriage. In the marriage, that you can curse your wife, but you cannot separate from your wife. But in living together, there is no wife and husband concept works. It's like a partners. So you cannot curse a partner. You just separate from your partner. Yeah, I think it's more living together is very easier method.
ఇప్పుడు స్వీడన్ లాంటి కంట్రీస్ తీసుకుంటే కనుక షాంపో
దట్స్ లివింగ్ టుగెదర్.
మోరార్లెస్ చాలా మంది అంటే మ్యారేజ్ అనే దాన్ని పక్కన పెట్టేసి శాంబోకి ఎక్కువ ప్రిఫర్ చేస్తున్నారు.
అవును.
సో ఓవర్ ద టైం గడిచే కొద్ది కూడాను ఈ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ కల్చర్ అనేది మిగతా కంట్రీస్ లో కూడా ఎవాల్వ్ అవుతుందా?
100% evolve. This is the direction that will spread in all over the world. So that is because marriage has pitfalls. Marriage has this huge responsibility, this and that. But living together doesn't have that kind of responsibilities. It's like a free market. And also in Sweden, this living together is called a sambo, but sambo is kind of a legal procedure. You can have rights. I mean, if you have a children through sambo, the children will have the same rights as the children from the marriage stuff. And we have this very similar situation even in India also. They can be registered as or recognized as a normal children, even though they are from the living together. I definitely think marriage institution will fade away. Yeah, as a institution.
Society growth ki is it a good sign or a bad sign?
For society growth, I mean, if you define society as a group of many families, then it's definitely not a good sign. Marriage is the basis of society. I mean, you can have a different opinions about your partner in one day, or about your wife one day. The second day, you may like your wife, or you may like your husband. But in living together, you need to have a lot of maturity. In marriage, you don't need that much maturity. Through marriage, you become mature, but through living together, to start with living together or be successful in living togetherness, you have a certain understanding about your partner, because you can, at any point of time, you can leave. But that's not possible in marriage. Yeah.
Okay. వేరే ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంది, ఓపెన్ రిలేషన్షిప్ అని, లైక్ ఓపెన్ మ్యారేజ్ కానీ.
That's a platonic relationship. Platonic relationship is not neither marriage nor living together. Platonic is something that weakened relationship. That mostly happens in United States, maybe in UK also. That is that's having a time together. And then let's say that they meet on Friday. They have time together over the weekend, all sorts of things, and then Monday they leave. If they like this kind of encounter again, then they will go for another Friday. If they don't like each other, they don't go for it. That's called platonic relationship.
నేనేమంటున్నానంటే ఓపెన్ మ్యారేజ్ అని ఒకటి ఉంది, అందులో వైఫ్ గానీ హస్బెండ్ గానీ వేరే వాళ్ళతో తిరగచ్చు ఇంటిమేట్లీ.
Of course.
సో
that's open marriage.
అటువంటి మంచిదా చెడ్డదా?
I don't think it works. Forget about this. Is it a bad or good for the society? I don't think it works, because in marriage or in living together, there are two fundamental things we need to see. So marriage between two genders. One gender is male and the other one is female. So we need to understand boys and girls about what their preferences and what they're getting from the marriage or the living together. The girl invests the emotions. And then in return, she wants to have some security and some safety, this and that. And she would like to treat as a princess, this and that. This is what she wants. And for that one, she invests the emotions. For that one, she gives the access to her body to this and that. And then boy doesn't invest his emotions. Boy invest like maybe he's sharing his financial situation, financial capacity, this and that. And then in return, he wants sexual pleasure from the girl. So this is how it works. If you understand all these things in an intricate manner, then you understand the marriage or the living together. In the open relationship, open marriage, I don't think it works because let's say that you have a partner or the wife. If the wife chooses another man and spending a night with another guy, I don't think this husband or the partner can able to accept. Though he wants to, he can have the access to or right to have another woman in life. I don't think it works like that. So in nature, what happens is that the guys has this right to, they think it's right to have impregnate many women, and I would like to have sex with as many women as possible. And then the girls has the responsibility to raise the children. This is what happens in the animals and in the nature. That's why the girls or the animals, the female species has the selection. They select the male. That is because of to get a potential progeny. So let's say that a person have 100 marks capacity. Other one is a 50 marks capacity. Other one is 70 marks capacity. So if the choice is given to a female, the female sees always select the potential guy which is having 100 marks. That is the reason. If you have a mate with the potential guy, then you can have a potential progeny. And then because she is investing, or the female species are investing a lot of time to get the children and to raise them. So obviously the choice would be the most potential. That's why female selects a male. If you see peacocks, if you see any kind of birds, if you see lions, even tigers, all these things, the female species can put the tests through test only. The male species can be selected. Then the male, whatever selected male species can have access to females and having a mate with the female. So this is kind of a natural selection. That is totally missing in humans. That's because of the societal structure. Parents are in Indian landscape. Parents are selecting, having a major portion to select a boy to a girl. The girl doesn't have any choice to accept, to listen the parents' thing. So that's why even the low potential guy is also having access to girls. Otherwise, low potential, by nature, low potentiality nature should not favor the low potentiality. Nature always favors the high potentiality. So it's like a survival stuff, survival of the fittest or whatever. So that law is entirely missing in human population. That's why we cannot have superhumans, because our gene pool is already contaminated. Our gene pool is not improving. Our gene pool is going in a wrong directions. If it were going a good direction, then we would have like a superhumans. So that is because of girls lost their power to select the female, the potential females. Yeah. This is how it works. Yeah.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ లైక్ ఒక రిమోట్ ఐలాండ్ లో గనక కొంతమంది హ్యూమన్స్ ఉంటే గనక లెట్స్ సే అక్కడ మ్యారేజ్ లాంటి కాన్సెప్ట్ లేదు అనుకుంటే గనక అక్కడ సూపర్ హ్యూమన్స్ డెవలప్ అవడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఉందా?
100% ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే you see now, you see fox, you see lions, you see ants, you see whatever you see in the beings outside. They've been there for centuries. Centuries, even decades. It's a long time they are there. But how they are there? if they because they are improving the gene pool. One male ant can impregnate 1,000 female ants. One lion can impregnate maybe 50 lionesses. So then you can have different varieties of stuff. But what happens in humans is like it's like Rama Sita model. It's like one guy is made for a girl. A girl is made for a guy. Then they are like a couple, and forever. So then the gene pool with this one gene pool is stabilizing, not like improving. So you cannot have varieties of stuff. So, but the nature is always through the challenges. Let's say that Corona is a nature-driven challenge. Because of technology we have improved, then we can human population can able to survive. Not because of the capacity of the humans. Because of the technology, because of the science, because of this knowledge, because of the research, we could able to survive, and we could able to move forward through this nature challenges. But what happens before? Let's say that chimpanzees or lions, they also have diseases, but they survived through many centuries. That is because of their gene pool is super strong. They are strong, not because of the research and technology, this and that. That's because of themselves, because they become like a best and through generation to generation. Then they are surviving. We are not surviving. We are just like existing. Humans are existing because the female means the girls lost the power to select the potential male, because the power, the choice has taken the parents or society, this and that. Yeah. So in your example, a island containing the only humans like males and females, of course we will definitely have a superhumans, because one guy can have sex with different girls, and the girls can choose which guy can have the stuff. And in this model also, a girl A can have a sex with a boy X, and also boy Y, and also boy J or something. So if in her lifetime she can have the 5 or 6 boys, and have the children from each of them, then this is the nature model. Then whoever is the best that can able to survive through the nature challenges. This is what's happening in the humans. In the animals. But humans went with too much of emotional, too much of social structure, this and that. So.
కానీ ఇక్కడ నార్డిక్ కంట్రీస్ లో వాటిలో చూసుకుంటే యావరేజ్ పర్సన్ ఒక యావరేజ్ మేల్ అయితే కనుక 10-15 ఫీమేల్ తోటి రిలేషన్షిప్ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తాడు ఇన్ హిస్ లైఫ్ టైం.
Relationship, not necessarily relationship, at least to have sex.
Yeah. సో అలాంటప్పుడు ఇక్కడ సూపర్ హ్యూమన్స్ రావడానికి ఛాన్స్ లేదా?
No. Definitely there is a chance to have a superhumans here. But the problem in Europe or Western world, they are not going for children. They are going for sex. No, the problem, our point is not to have a sex here. Our point is to have a children from a different sexual partners. Then we can have a progeny is our target. Not like having.
కానీ అట్లీస్ట్ ఇక్కడ ఒక ఫ్యామిలీలో ఇద్దరు అబ్బాయిలు కానీ అమ్మాయిలు కానీ ఉంటే కనుక
from different partners, yes.
Different partners, ఛాన్స్ ఉంది కదా?
Definitely 100%, because they are opened up this partnership business. They are not in Rama Sita model. They are not like a best couple model. They are opened up from that one, so then they can have a chance. But they don't go for higher number of children here, more number of children here. In India, at least they say that at least 2 people or 3 people. That's why India population has been increasing. There is norm like this in Western world, whether they can have as many children they are having, or they can go for 1 or 0 or 2 or 3. Not like a pattern, but in India it's like a kind of a pattern. At least 2 people, 2 children. Yeah, that's like a pattern. We don't have that kind of pattern in Europe or in USA, UK, whatever, the Western world. Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు మేబీ ఇది రిలవెంటో కాదో నాకు తెలియదు, బట్ సంహౌ మనకి పెళ్లి అనేది మన సొసైటీలో అనేది ఇట్స్ ఏ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంది, ఎస్టాబ్లిష్డ్ కాన్సెప్ట్. ఒక పేర్ అనేది ఒక 60 years కలిసి ఉండడం అనేది ఇట్స్ ఏ కామన్ థింగ్. లైక్ ఒక 30 years క్రితం, 40 years క్రితం ఇట్స్ ఏ కామన్ థింగ్. కానీ ఇప్పుడు వచ్చేటప్పటికి డైవర్సెస్ రేట్ అనేది పెరుగుతున్నాయి. ఐఎమ్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ద కేస్ ఇన్ ఇండియా. ఇప్పుడు డైవర్స్ రేట్లు అనేవి పెరుగుతున్నాయి. ప్లస్ చాలా మంది 4 or 5 మ్యారేజెస్, లెట్స్ కొంతమంది సెలబ్రిటీ కపుల్స్ తీసుకుంటే కనుక హాలీవుడ్ లో అయితే కనుక 2-3 మ్యారేజెస్ అనేవి కామన్. సో నా క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే, ఒక మ్యారేజ్ అనేది నిలబడాలి అంటే కనుక, ఎక్కువ కాలం ఉండాలి అంటే కనుక, యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ సజెషన్స్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్?
True. I can have some suggestions, but this is not like a golden words. Marriage is like individual stuff.
అంటే నా క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే కనుక,
it's a general I can have a take on that one.
మ్యారేజెస్ అనేది ఎందుకు ఫెయిల్ అవుతున్నాయి అనేది,
I think they are bound to fail. Yeah, if you don't do anything, marriage eventually will fail, but you have to do it. You have to do something not to fail. So what you have to do is like to understand the partner, other one. If you are a boy, you understand the girl. If you are a girl, you understand the boy. So understand means what? Not like through your lenses. You have to see their lenses. For example, I like alcohol. I go for like beers, this and that. If my partner doesn't like me to have a beers or whatever it is, then I have to bluff her. Because anyway, my intelligence is at play. If something is restricted, then intelligence gives another method. That I definitely resort to that one. So instead of that one, my wife has to understand that okay, this guy having some kind of a pleasure from alcohol. So then she should suggest me that this is kind of a levels you should go for it. Other than these levels, then it goes to harm to you, something like that. If she understands and if you coach me like this, then I might think on these lines, and then I will not go for the other routes. Other routes like bluffing her, making some manipulative stuff, this and that. So if she is not doing, if she is not coaching, she is only seeing her own through her own eyes, then definitely I will definitely tell lies to her or do some this kind of manipulative stuff, this and that. It is the same thing. It's just an example. It is the same thing. You have to understand your spouse through their lenses, not through your lenses. You cannot see something different from if you are seeing through your lenses. You have to understand and you have to see their lenses, their wish. And also you need to understand a general psychology. General psychology. If you have to read some basic psychological books that will tell you how the female brain works, how the male brain works, how the male functions, how the female functions. At the same challenge given to a male and female, how they tackle the challenge to arrive at the answer is completely different. So in this case, you are living with a girl, you are living with a boy, you are not living with an alien, right? So you have to understand how they are tackling, how your partner is tackling. Let's say that now we are only talking about boy and girl business here. Let's say that we have lesbians and we have gays also there. That's all. They are also partners. Yeah. Okay. So a male brain, how the male brain thinks. Then he understands the other partner who is a male also. Then for that one, no problem. Two girls as a lesbos, they are also having this kind of a relationship. Okay. Then they don't need to work on that one. But a boy-girl model is because they're fundamentally different. How their brain works is different. So here is more you need to work on it. You need to understand more if you are a heterosexual, not a homosexual. Homosexual is easy to. That's why you see homosexual, the divorce rate is very, very, very low.
Forget about divorce. Like వాళ్ళ పెళ్లిళ్ళు అనేది రీసెంట్ గానే లీగలైజ్
No. Forget about marriage, this and that. But we are talking about psychological and emotional aspects. The marriage, living together is like a labels. Okay. So if you are a homosexual, then you see how many partners they change. They don't change much because they have understanding. Here, they don't have understanding. The boy wants sex and the girl wants social security. These are not same. These are different. They are if they are complementing with each other, then you have a successful marriage. If they are not complementing with each other, then you have a broken marriage. So I don't think I don't think naturally they will complement with each other. You have to make them to complement with each other, because sex and money doesn't go together. Yeah. money can go, sex can go, but you are seeking a sex and the girl is seeking a money. Social security means money, right? I mean, money not like figuratively. I mean, like not like literal money. It's like a figurative. Money means power. Money means social security, this and that. Yeah, so sex means like it's a figurative again. It's like companionship or all kind of flirting. All this comes in there. But ultimately, you want sex. Ultimately, the girl wants money. Very simple. As simple as that. That's why you go to a girl who is a wife can talk to another girl. If my husband has given this gift to me, my husband bought this car. And my husband is making plans to go to this nice vacation, this and that. Because he is enjoying your money or whatever it is, and she is proud and she is telling to this one, to her family, to her friends. Let's say that if you are not giving her money, if you are not doing anything towards her, I don't think she will have the same complacent nature towards you. Marriage is a physical thing. It's a physical thing based on the emotions. You have to understand the emotion, then you have a successful marriage. If you don't understand emotions, if you don't understand the psychology behind it, then you have a natural broken marriage. Yeah. So that's why you see all the celebrity people, they got all kind of bullshit happening there. I mean, because they are in. They don't do anything towards the marriage. They just enjoy what the marriage offers to them. In return, they don't give anything.
Yeah. So let me put it in the other way. Like a successful marriage ki dependency అనేది ఎంతవరకు helpful అవుతుంది?
I mean, that's hard to say, because dependent, if it is low levels of dependence, you don't even recognize it. If let's say that my wife is emotionally depending on me, okay, but what kind of levels that I able to register in my brain, that if it is higher levels, let's say that even to water her plants, she is asking me which plant should I water and what time should I water, this and that. These kind of silly matters are even like a minimalistic activities. Also, she is depending on me to make a decision. Then it's definitely hurting the other person. Then if it is in low levels of dependency, then even if you don't recognize that one, that's well and good. But you cannot have too much of dependence. That's impossible, because you are fine. You are depending on someone, but someone will definitely have a very bad feelings or very badly hurt if it is like a pattern. So one day, 2 days is fine. If it is having all kind of stuff, then it's not good. Yeah. Yeah.
So understanding is the key for a successful marriage in a way.
Understanding is the key, and you have to see the whole spectra. Marriage as a whole spectra, or living together as a whole spectra. Let's say that, for example, you marry a girl. And the girl is very slender and slim in shape, okay? And then you want your wife to be study this and that, and then at the beginning everything is good according to your wish, and then you marry a girl, and then what happens after few years, the girl become obese, or girl become gaining weight, and she lose the job, or she is not studying, she is not doing what's your wish according to your wishes. So then you have to understand the girl perspective. Why she is not doing these ones, and what is her problem. If you tackle that direction, then you can have successful marriage. If you are not going to that direction, then you are thinking about only from your lenses, and then you are demanding her. Why you are doing all these kind of things? Why you are not maintaining your physique, this and that? Then eventually that will give some kind of a pressure to her. Of course, the lot of accumulated a lot of pressure definitely one day burst, and then the burst means a broken marriage. Then you have a departed marriage. Yeah. So this is a basic example. You have to understand. You have to see the whole spectrum. Or if you don't like your wife's behavior, if you don't like his stuff, then you go to the divorce. You cannot have the hatred towards her. You just separate it from her. Very simply. But some people, some guys or some even girls, they go to the physical violence. They are beating their spouses. But nowadays even the girls are also beating their husbands. Yeah, that's definitely improvement from their side. But anybody who resorts to the physical violence, that is like it's a completely different direction. It leads to. Yeah. You may kill your wife also. You may kill your husband also with rage. So you have to understand. You have to understand the basic psychology of a human being. Human being here is a boy and girl. Yeah.
సో కంక్లూడింగ్ గా ఏం చెప్దామంటే మ్యారేజ్ అంటే
you are not married, right?
Yes.
Soon you're gonna be married.
That's why I'm researching on this.
Nice.
సో కంక్లూడింగ్ గా మ్యారేజ్ అనేది కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఏ అబ్స్టకిల్ ఫర్ గెటింగ్ for realizing superhumans?
No, that's like a technical aspect. I mean, this marriage and living together is nothing. These are the kind of labels. This is nothing to do with the developing superhumans. The girl has to have an individuality. If the girl loses the individuality, then there is no birth of superhumans.
Well, let's say like
girl has to select according to her wish.
Let's say hypothetical గా ఒక ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటే కనుక వాట్ ఆర్ ద కండిషన్స్ లైక్ ఒక డిజర్టెడ్ ఐలాండ్ ఇస్తాం లెట్స్ సే సో అందులో లైక్ లెట్స్ సే ఒక మేబీ 100 ఒక 50 మంది అబ్బాయిల్ని ఒక 50 మంది అమ్మాయిల్ని పెడితే కనుక ఫర్ ద టైమ్ బీయింగ్ హైపోథెటికల్ సిన్స్ ఇట్ ఇస్ హైపోథెటికల్ 50 మంది అమ్మాయిలు ఇన్ ఏ వే దే ఆర్ ఆల్ ఈక్వల్ beauty wise and all kind of
I don't think that is possibility. No, if in a hypothetical situation, yes, probably.
In a hypothetical situation, like 50 identical or like similar గా ఉన్నటువంటి అబ్బాయిలు 50 similar గా ఉన్నటువంటి అమ్మాయిలను ఉంచామనుకుంటే కనుక how long it will take to get a superhuman or something like towards that?
Well, let's say that in that hypothetical situation, there will be no superhumans because
yeah, of course.
You know why? The reason is that you have to have a differences between the girls population and also boys population. Then only the difference makes them attractive.
Okay. Then
so let's say that you have 50 girls. The girl number 1 is very similar to girl number 4, okay? And girl number 7 is very similar to girl number 10, okay? Then essentially, in a nature's point of view, you don't have like either 1 or 4 is the same, a 7 and 10 is the same. So it's basically you have 2 girls, not like 4 girls. So like this, you have 50 girls, right? Then it's down to 110 girls. If it is the same ratio in the boys, and it will be 10. Technical point of view. Then superhumans, to create a superhumans, you need to have a lot of gene pool. It's like 1,000 different girls, 1,000 different boys. Then you have a gene pool is bigger than varieties of gene pool. They are having sexual intercourse with multiple partners. So the probability is like one girl number 1 is having a choice of 100 girls, 100 boys. If it is 100, okay. Girl number 2 will have 100. So then you have like a lot of variations in the gene pool. So as long as you have a lot of variation, then there is a lot of chances to produce a superhumans.
Okay, so
Yeah. You have to have a lot of variation.
to start with, you need 1,000.
No, it can be anything. I mean, the numbers is a different here.
Yeah.
So if it is like 100, then you have like a gene pool of
course.
gene pool of 1,000. Okay.
I got your point.
Yeah.
If the number increases, there is a high chance of getting a superhuman.
Exactly.
Also different kinds of superhuman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a difference.
That's and then they have to participate in their sexual activities according to their will,
Of course.
not by force.
Of course.
By force, in research also it shows. Let's say that the girl is raped. Of course, then she will get pregnant also from the rape. The progeny of that rape is potentially lower when the girl is having the same sexual encounter with that boy. That's also research shows that. Girl has to be in a flowering state. Flowering state means like in according to her will, she accepts everything, she invites everything. Then you have a different potential. The best potential progeny will happens because if the girl is in a stressful condition, like in rape conditions, the quality of ova is completely different than in a complacent nature, complacent state. So all these things, there are a lot of factors at play to create superhumans. But my point is, in human societies, especially in India, there will be not even a direction to create something like a superhuman, because they are restricting the gene pool. And also another thing is that they have a married, they do the marriage, they have like a married husband and wife, but they do the illegal contacts, illegal stuff is also happening in India. It's a lot of the stuff there. Yeah.
That's a different story.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can give a conclusion, then we can wind it off. Yeah.
Yep. So marriage, societal restrictions వల్ల మ్యారేజ్ అనేది ఎవాల్వ్ అయింది. దానివల్ల జీన్ పూల్ అనేది ఆగిపోయి
మ్యారేజ్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది.
అవును. సో దానివల్ల జీన్ పూల్ అనేది ఆగిపోయింది, మోర్ ఆర్ లెస్ కంటామినేట్ అయింది.
That doesn't give any kind of a superhuman. And we need to understand the psychology if you want to have a successful marriage.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. We can switch it off. Yeah.